She will respect you forever. Use this trick. You can love her, spoil her, and even give up everything for her. But if she doesn't respect you, that love won't last. Respect is the foundation of attraction, trust, and long-term happiness. Now let me ask you, do you sometimes feel like you're giving your best but she doesn't value it? Do you feel like no matter how much effort you put in, her respect keeps slipping away? If you've been there, this video is going to change the way you see relationships forever. Because today, I'll share the one trick that will not only earn her respect but lock it in permanently. And once you understand it, you'll never look at love the same way again. Folded hands before we get started. Thank you for being here with me, my wonderful family. If you're already hooked in and ready to discover the secrets of happy couples, do me a favor. Click that subscribe button, turn on the bell, and let me know in the comments. Do you think respect is more important than love? Alright, let's dive in. Chapter 1. Why respect matters more than love. People say love is everything, but here's the truth. Without respect, love collapses. You can be deeply in love, but if she sees you as weak, if she feels like you don't stand on your own 2 feet, if she thinks you've lost your identity, her love will start fading. Think about it this way. Love is the spark. Respect is the oxygen that keeps that spark alive. Without oxygen, fire dies. Let me share a story. There was a man, let's call him Daniel. Daniel adored his wife. He worked day and night, bought her gifts, never argued, and agreed with everything she said just to keep her happy. To him, love meant sacrifice. To him, saying yes meant peace. But slowly his wife stopped admiring him. She stopped listening when he spoke. She stopped looking at him with that sparkle in her eyes. One day she said something that broke him. She told him, "I love you, but I don't look up to you anymore." That's when Daniel realized something powerful. Love without respect is like a house without a foundation. It might look beautiful, but it won't survive the storm. Respect is the reason some couples stay madly in love for 40 years, while others crumble in just 2. It's not about constant romance. It's about admiration. It's about looking at your partner and saying, "I can trust you, I believe in you, I follow your lead." And here's something you need to know. Women crave love, yes, but they thrive on respect. A woman can't fully love a man she doesn't respect. She might stay for comfort, she might stay for convenience, but her heart will never truly be yours until she admires you. That's why today's trick is so important. But before I share it, we need to talk about the mistakes men make that silently kill respect. Because chances are, you might be doing some of them without even realizing it. Chapter 2. The biggest mistakes men make that kill respect. You may not know it, but many men destroy respect with good intentions. They believe they're doing the right thing, but instead they slowly chip away at her admiration. Let's break down the top respect killers. Mistake number 1. Overchasing. Chasing too much makes her feel like you're putting her on a pedestal. When you chase, you communicate one thing. My life revolves around you. At first, it feels flattering, but over time it makes you seem less valuable. Respect comes when she feels you choose her, not when you act like you need her. Mistake number 2. Begging for attention. Constantly asking, "Do you still love me? Do you still care?" Might sound harmless, but it sends a message of insecurity. Insecurity repels respect. She wants to feel like she's with a man who is secure in himself, not someone who constantly doubts his worth. Mistake number 3. People-pleasing. This is one of the deadliest respect killers. Always saying yes, avoiding conflict, and agreeing with everything just to keep her happy might seem like love, but it communicates weakness. Here's the truth. Disagreement isn't disrespect. Standing your ground isn't arrogance. In fact, setting boundaries is what makes her feel safe and secure. Mistake number 4. Losing your identity. This happens when a man gives up his passions, his friends, his goals just to focus on the relationship. At first she might feel flattered, but eventually she starts asking herself, where did the man I fell in love with go? She doesn't want a man who lives only for her. She wants a man who lives with purpose. Backhand index pointing right. At this point in the video, I want to ask you, Are you starting to see yourself in any of these mistakes? If yes, don't worry. The good news is respect can be rebuilt. And in the next chapter, I'll share the trick that makes all the difference. But before we continue, let's pause for a moment. If this message is already speaking to you, make sure you subscribe and like. It helps this community grow and pushes this video to more people who need it. Now let's get into the core secret. Chapter 3. The Respect Trick. So what's the secret? What's the one trick that flips the switch in her mind and makes her respect you forever? Here it is. Respect comes from boundaries, not begging. Let me say that again. Respect comes from boundaries, not begging. When you create clear boundaries and you stand firmly by them, you send one unshakable message. I value myself. And here's the beautiful part. When you value yourself, she can't help but value you too. Think of it like this. If you walked into a luxury store and saw a $10,000 watch, would you argue with the price? Probably not. You'd either pay it or walk away because the value is set. The store doesn't beg you to buy. The store knows what it's worth. Now compare that to a street vendor trying to sell the same watch for $20. He keeps dropping the price, pleading with you to buy. Immediately you think something must be wrong with it. That's the same way respect works in relationships. The man who holds his boundaries is like a luxury watch. His value is unquestionable. The man who begs is like the vendor. His value drops the more he pleads. Let me tell you a story. There was this guy named Mike. Mike was deeply in love with his girlfriend. He did everything for her. Drove hours just to see her, loaned her money even when he was broke, canceled plans with friends just because she called. He thought this was the way to keep her happy. But the opposite happened. She started treating him as if he were disposable. She ignored his messages, canceled dates last minute, and even laughed at him in front of friends. Why? Because he set no boundaries. He taught her that she could do whatever she wanted and he'd always come back. One day Mike had enough. He calmly told her, "Listen, I care about you, but I won't keep giving when it costs me my peace. If you respect me, you'll respect my time too." He was shocked. For the first time, she realized Mike wasn't a pushover. He had limits. He valued himself. And over time, her attitude shifted. She started respecting him, appreciating him, and even admiring him again. That's the trick. It's not about doing more. It's about setting standards and sticking to them. Because here's a truth you need to burn into your mind. She can't respect you if you don't respect yourself. Chapter 4. 3 practical ways to apply this. Now you're probably thinking, alright, I get it. Boundaries. Respect myself. But how do I actually do that in real life? Let me give you 3 powerful practical steps you can start applying today. Step 1. Stop over-explaining yourself. Every time you over-explain, you send the message that you're insecure about your choices. Example. She asks, "Why can't you come over tonight?" You say, "Well, I was going to go to the gym, but I'm really tired and I already made plans with my buddy and I don't want to upset him and So, instead say, "I can't tonight. Let's do it tomorrow." Simple. Clear. Confidence. When you cut out the excess explaining, your words carry weight. She starts realizing when he speaks, he means it. And that builds respect. Step 2. Keep your word. Nothing destroys respect faster than broken promises. You say you'll call, but you don't. You say you'll fix something, but weeks go by. Each broken word chips away at her trust. On the other hand, when your actions always line up with your words, you become dependable. And dependability creates admiration. She sees you as someone she can lean on. Want her to respect you forever? Become a man whose word is as solid as concrete. Step 3. Don't chase approval. Create standards. Most men ask, "What can I do to make her happy?" That's the wrong question. Instead ask, "What do I stand for? What kind of treatment will I accept? What kind of life am I building?" When you live by your own standards, she naturally rises to meet them. And if she doesn't, then you know she's not the right one. Let me be clear. Standards are not about being controlling. They're about self-respect. A man without standards gets walked over. A man with standards gets respected. Period. If these steps are making sense to you right now, like and subscribe. I know you're with me. And if you've ever seen a shift in how people treat you after setting boundaries, share your experience. It might just inspire another man watching this. Chapter 5. Deeper Insight. The Respect-Loyalty Connection. Here's a truth most people don't realize. Love makes her stay. Respect makes her loyal. A woman might say she loves you, but if she doesn't respect you, she won't prioritize you. She won't listen to you. She won't feel safe with you. Respect is the glue. So let me ask you, right now in your relationship, does she respect your time? Does she respect your effort? Does she respect your voice? Or do you feel like you're giving more and receiving less? If it's the second one, it's time for a change. Start small. Say no to something you don't want to do. Stick to your decision without guilt. Watch how her behavior shifts. At first she might resist. She might test your boundaries. But once she realizes you're serious about valuing yourself, that's the moment her respect for you grows. Because deep down, every woman wants to admire her man. She wants to feel like she can count on him. She wants to know that when he says something, he means it. Respect isn't about dominance. It's about consistency. It's not about being harsh. It's about being firm. It's not about controlling her. It's about controlling yourself. And when you master this balance, not only will she respect you forever, she'll love you even deeper than before. Chapter 6. Now let's make this real for you. Think back to a time in your life, not just in love but anywhere, when you stood your ground. Maybe it was at work, maybe with friends, maybe even with family. You drew a line and said, "This is where I stand. This is what I believe." What happened after that? Chances are, even if people didn't like it at first, they respected you more. Because deep down we all respect strength. We respect people who live by their values. And here's the key. You don't need to be loud to be respected. You don't need to argue, shout, or prove yourself. In fact, the most respected people are the ones who don't waste energy convincing others. They simply live by their truth. It's the same in relationships. A woman might test you, question you, or even challenge you. That's natural. But what really matters is your response. If you stay calm, stay grounded, and stay consistent, her respect for you deepens. But if you bend every time, if you break your own word just to avoid conflict, you slowly train her to see you as weak. And weakness is the biggest respect killer of all. So let me ask you this. What's one boundary you've been afraid to set in your relationship? Maybe it's about your time, your space, your dreams, or even the way you're spoken to. I want you to drop that in the comments. Yes, right now. Because the moment you put it into words, you've already taken the first step to owning it. And I promise you this, other men reading will feel the same. Your courage might give someone else the push they need. And if you've ever had that moment where you stood firm and everything changed, tell us your story. I read every comment and this community learns from your experience. Remember, stories don't just inspire, they transform. Chapter 7. So let's wrap this up. If you want her respect forever, stop chasing it. Stop begging for it. Stop thinking love alone will hold it all together. Instead, start here. Respect yourself first. Respect your time. Respect your voice. Respect your boundaries. Because here's the reality. When you respect yourself, she will have no choice but to respect you. And that respect will fuel her love, her loyalty, and her admiration for you in ways gifts and sacrifices never could. Now here's your final takeaway. Backhand index pointing right love makes her smile. Backhand index pointing right attraction makes her excited. Backhand index pointing right but respect makes her stay forever. And that's what every man truly wants. Not just her presence, but her deep respect and admiration. So from today, I want you to do one thing differently. Just one. Set a boundary. Keep your word. Stop over-explaining. Whatever it is, make that move. Because the man who respects himself is always respected in return. Folded hands, thank you for sticking with me, my amazing family. If this video spoke to you, smash that like button, share it with a brother who needs this message, and don't forget to subscribe to Secrets of Happy Couples. We're building a community of strong men and women who know the real keys to lasting love. And I want you here with us. And listen, don't miss the next video. Because I'm about to reveal the silent move that makes her chase you, without you saying a single word. It's subtle, it's powerful, and trust me, when you master it, you'll never look at relationships the same way again. So turn on that notification bell. You won't want to miss it. Until then, remember, respect yourself, and the world, including her, will follow. See you in the next one.